Germany is known for big traditions, big stadiums, elite clubs, and a football machine built on discipline, pressure, and cold blood. For decades, Germany sold the same myth: they do not panic, they do not collapse, and they definitely do not lose on penalties. But at the 2026 World Cup, the machine shattered. They did not lose to Brazil, they did not lose to France, they lost to Paraguay. On penalties. So who killed the German machine? Nagelsmann's system, overrated players, the Bundesliga bubble? Or was Germany never as strong as the badge made us believe? Let's decode the collapse. And the scary part is this: Germany did not collapse because of one penalty shootout. The warning signs were there from the start. The 7-1 win against Curaçao looked impressive, but it was a trap. A weak opponent made Germany look stronger than they really were. Then Ivory Coast made them uncomfortable. Speed, physicality, direct attacks. Germany still survived, but they did not look dominant. Then Ecuador exposed the real problem. Germany took the lead and still lost control of the game. They looked slow in transition, soft under pressure, and too easy to hurt. And against Paraguay, the story finally ended. Germany had more of the ball, more names, more history. But Paraguay had the better plan. Stay compact, frustrate them, drag them into pressure. And when the penalties came, the old German myth died. 3 missed penalties, 1 broken machine. This was not bad luck. Curaçao hid the problem. Ivory Coast warned them. Ecuador exposed them. Paraguay buried them. And that brings us to Julian Nagelsmann. Because Germany did not just lose because the players missed penalties. They lost because the team never looked fully sure what it wanted to be. He is not a bad coach. He is modern, brave, and creative. At Hoffenheim and Leipzig, that made him exciting. But Bayern and Germany are different. There nobody cares if your ideas are interesting. They care if you win. Bayern already fired him. And with Germany, he had been in charge since 2023. But this team still looked unfinished. Too many ideas, not enough identity, smart on paper, fragile on the pitch. So Nagelsmann deserves blame. But he was not the only problem, because the system was weak, and the players inside it were not good enough either. So let's go through the team, because when Germany collapsed, almost every part of the starting 11 had fingerprints on the crime scene. This was not just one missed penalty, this was a broken structure. A legendary goalkeeper who could not make the team feel safe. Full backs who gave ideas but not enough control. Center backs who looked strong on paper but vulnerable under pressure. Midfielders who worked hard but could not dominate. Wingers who had talent but not enough end product. And a false 9 who became the symbol of Germany's confusion. Start with Manuel Neuer. And this is painful because Neuer is not just a goalkeeper. He is an era. For years, he represented everything Germany wanted to be: calm, brave, modern, in control. But at this World Cup, even with Neuer in goal, Germany never felt truly secure. The problem was not only him. The problem was what happened in front of him. Germany gave opponents too many moments, too much space, too many chances to make the game emotional. Then there is Joshua Kimmich at right back. Kimmich gives Germany intelligence. He can step into midfield, he can pass, he can control rhythm. But this also became part of the problem. Germany had ideas everywhere, inverted fullbacks, midfield rotations. But football is not won by looking clever on a tactics board. Against fast and physical teams, Germany needed simple defensive security. And too often, Kimmich looked like a midfielder playing fullback, not a fullback protecting Germany. Jonathan Tah was supposed to be the warrior, the aggression, the personality, the defender who makes opponents uncomfortable. And individually, he still gives Germany power. But one aggressive center-back cannot fix a broken team structure. When the midfield gets stretched, when full-backs move inside, when transitions open up, Even Tom starts defending chaos instead of controlling the game. Next to him, Nico Schlotterbeck gave Germany a left-footed center-back, passing quality and confidence on the ball. But Germany did not only need confidence, they needed reliability. And when he got injured, the backline lost even more balance. That mattered because this team was already fragile. One injury should not destroy a German defense, but this Germany did not have enough stability to absorb it. And on the left, Nathaniel Brown was supposed to give width, energy, and a natural left side. He was useful, but he was not a player who changed the tournament, and that is the bigger issue. Germany had many useful players, many smart players, many system players, but not enough players who took control when the system started falling apart. But the biggest problem was not only the back line, it was the space in front of it. Aleksandar Pavlovich was supposed to bring muscle. Felix Mecha was supposed to bring control. One destroys, one organizes. On paper, it makes sense. But at this World Cup, Germany's midfield rarely felt dominant. They had workers, they had passers, but they did not have fear. They did not grab games by the throat. And when opponents made the match physical, Germany started to look uncomfortable. Then you get to the attacking talent, and this is where it becomes painful. Leroy Sané has speed, experience, a left foot that can still destroy a defender. But Sané has always lived between two versions of himself, the dangerous version and the invisible version. Germany needed a killer. Too often they got flashes. Then there is Jamal Musiala, and this one is hard to blame completely, because Musiala was coming back from a serious injury. Germany needed the Musiala who dances through defenders, the Musiala who breaks a game by himself. But this version still looked like a pale shadow of the player Germany wanted. The talent was there. The body was not fully there. The explosion was not fully there. The fear factor was not fully there. And next to him, Florian Wirtz had the same problem in a different way. In the Bundesliga, Wirtz looked like a genius. But after moving to the Premier League, he still looked like a player trying to adjust to a different speed, a different pressure, and a different level of physicality. At this World Cup, Germany needed him to be the future. Instead, he looked half alive. And then we get to the striker problem. Kai Havertz started as the false nine, and a false nine is not automatically a bad idea, but it becomes a problem when your team already lacks directness. Havertz can link play, he can move between lines, he can create space, and against Paraguay he even scored in normal time. But then came the shootout, and when Germany needed cold blood, Havertz missed. That is why he became the symbol of this team. Good footballer, useful player, but not the ruthless number 9 Germany needed. Then Nick Woltemade also missed, and that made the problem even worse. Woltemade was supposed to give Germany something different: size, presence, a real target, a plan B. But after his move to the Premier League, he still looked unstable, a player with tools but not yet the killer Germany needed in the biggest moment. And then there is Deniz Undav. The strangest part of Germany's tournament is that the brightest attacking spot was not the polished superstar. It was Undav, a player who came from the lower divisions, a player who once had to work normal shifts while fighting for his football career. And somehow he looked hungrier than almost everyone, more direct, more alive, more ready to suffer. That should embarrass Germany. Not because Deniz is bad, he is not, but because when a team full of famous names collapses and the player with the roughest road looks like the most dangerous one, that tells you something. Germany did not just lack talent, Germany lacked hunger. And maybe the saddest part is Lennart Karl, the kid from Bayern, young, fearless, creative, the type of player who does not overthink the weight of the shirt yet. He got injured before the tournament, and maybe that changed more than people realize, because Germany did not need another safe player. They needed freshness. They needed arrogance. And this brings us to the uncomfortable question: is this only a Germany problem, Or is it a Bundesliga problem? Because when one club dominates your league for years, something changes. Bayern Munich win almost everything. The league becomes predictable. The pressure becomes different. And too many German players spend their whole careers inside the same football bubble, same rhythm, same opponents, same comfort zone. Then they come to the World Cup and suddenly football is not comfortable anymore. Ivory Coast make it physical. Ecuador make it chaotic. Paraguay make it ugly, and Germany do not look like a machine. They look like a team shocked by discomfort. That is why this collapse feels bigger than Nagelsmann. Germany do not just need a new formation. They need a new identity. They need someone who understands German football, but also understands life outside Germany. Someone who has survived title races. Someone who has lived in the deep waters of the Champions League. Someone who knows how to turn talented players into believers. And that name is obvious. Jürgen Klopp. Klopp is not just a tactician. He is emotion, pressing, intensity, belief. He took Dortmund and made them fearless. He took Liverpool and made them feel alive again. And maybe that is exactly what Germany need now, not another project, not another experiment, not another clever system that looks good on a whiteboard. Germany need fire. They need hunger. They need a team that runs like it actually believes in something. Because this World Cup showed the truth. Germany did not lose because of 3 penalties. The penalties were just the final scene. The real problem was deeper, a broken structure, a soft league bubble, a confused attack, young stars who were not ready, veterans who could not save them, and a team that still remembered the German machine, but no longer played like one. So maybe Paraguay did not kill German football. Maybe Paraguay just exposed what Germany had been hiding for years. The machine is broken, and now Germany have to decide. Do they repair it with another idea or rebuild it with belief? So tell me the truth. Who killed the German machine? Nagelsmann, the players, the Bundesliga bubble? Or was Germany already broken before Paraguay finished the job? Drop a like if Germany need Klopp, and subscribe to Football Decoded. I already covered Argentina, France, Brazil, Portugal, England, and Spain. And the deeper this World Cup goes, the more teams are going to get exposed.